Welcome to Bali. Stunning soaring green landscapes, rice paddy fields as far as the eye can see, and dramatic coastlines that look even better in the sunset. Bali has been a popular destination for tourists since the 1960s, and now it's my turn to come to Bali and really discover, is it a tourist paradise or is it overrated?
Well then, a very good morning from Kuta, just outside my hotel here in Bali, where I'm going to have a look around Kuta, the main tourist spot here on the island of Bali in Indonesia. And I want to answer the question, is it paradise or is it overrated? Let's go and have a look. Something I don't think I was expecting was just how busy it is here on this street. Now I'm not entirely sure what day it is, so I'm having to check. It's a Tuesday morning at 9:30, so I guess it's rush hour, but there's a lot of traffic and I was expecting it to be a little bit quieter. So I'm pretty much sure that we're in downtown Kuta now, as you can probably tell by the crazy loud roads, but we've also got KFC and Domino's here. So if you're looking to come to somewhere that's paradise, idyllic, unspoiled, and doesn't have the huge western chains, then so far Kuta probably is not for you. I've heard there are other parts of Bali, including Uluwatu, which are much nicer, but I'm going to reserve judgment on Kuta until I've spent a good hour and a half, 2 hours walking around the main city and the beaches. So I'm going to plough on in the heat and hopefully find the beach soon. So then on the way here, I've seen this beautiful building. I don't know if it's a temple or not, but I absolutely love the architecture. Like, it reminds me a lot of when I was in Nepal and Bhutan, those kind of pagoda style buildings. I love it. Asian architecture, I think it's probably one of the best in the world. There we go. So along the main strip here, you've got 1,000,001 places that you can rent a motorbike. There are cafes and bars and restaurants lining the street. This is the main artery road now, right the way down to the beach, so I'm going to follow it, but it's a pretty bustling area, that's for sure. There's another pretty beautifully decorated house, and that is just a personal residence, so pretty awesome. Wow, and on this side as well, absolutely awesome. These are the kind of places that I love to come to, where you've just got to walk down the street and see what takes you. I mean, coming to a small tourist city like this, instead of plotting, I want to go to there and I want to go to there, I'm just going to take a walk around it, because it's probably only 2 miles by 2 miles, so it's easy to do. But I tell you what, it's not bad when you see places like this, is it? Ah, wow, that is spectacular. Now I'm guessing this is a temple, but I'm not 100% sure if it's open and I'm allowed in. The gate does open, so coming in here, we can see how beautiful it is. Stunning. Someone just looked at me and I'm not 100% sure it is open, so I'll close the gate behind me and carry on. But you may be able to tell that I'm sweating buckets already, and it's only 9:30 in the morning. Now, I will apologise in advance if I'm not quite my usual chirpy, happy self on this particular video. Unfortunately, in the last 2 months, I've lost both of my grandmas, and it's pretty tough. So yeah, I'm not quite feeling that usual sprightly, chirpy self, but hopefully having a nice walk and meeting lovely people like that will help. See, he's put a smile on my face. Now, as I was saying, there are plenty of places that you can come and eat. This looks good. Very nice. It's chicken?
This one is fish.
Fish? Ah, it looks very good. Oh yeah, very nice. I come back soon. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Oh, that fish did look delicious. If it wasn't 9:30 and I hadn't just had a massive breakfast in the hotel, I think I would have partaken, because I think when something's cooked on a barbecue, it's probably going to be okay, as far as street food goes anyway. So let's crack on. But I'm loving this. This is interesting. How's that for a roundabout, eh? It seems like I'm in the main tourist area now, where the bars are. So if you're looking for a nice paradise island where you can come and have a couple of drinks and relax in the sunshine, then perhaps Kuta is for you. Now how about that? Would you like some McDonald's flip-flops, some Burger King ones, or some KFC ones? Which ones would you prefer? Some Mc flip-flops. Oh, I'm definitely in the touristy bit now. Can buy all the Bali memorabilia and stuff. Well, there's absolutely no two ways about it now. I'm definitely in the touristy part of Kuta, maybe even the high street. But down here you've got all the kind of shops that sell all the tat and memorabilia from the areas that you come to. Bali cuisine on the left hand side, and bars and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you're into this sort of thing where you like to have a bit of a chilled out time during the day, maybe at the beach or by the pool, and then come out in the evening where it's thriving and there's bars and shops, then, you know, I think Kuta's probably for you. Some interesting stickers there if you oh my god, what the hell? Who the hell would want to buy a sticker that says some of those things on it? I don't know, there's obviously a market for it. There's obviously a market. Well, this is nice. Green area. There you go, you got McDonald's down there, you got KFC just here. Couldn't get more Indonesian if it tried, could it? Well, I tell you what, of all the things I thought I was going to see on this little walk around Kuta, I was not expecting to see the Jamie Oliver kitchen here. And for those of you who don't know who Jamie Oliver is, he's a famous British chef and is featured on TV quite a lot. And he splits opinion, really. You get half the people who like him, half the people that don't. But I can't work out if that's authentic or a rip-off. I'm probably going to err more towards the latter. Right, it's either the incredible heat that's making me sweat too much, or there are tortoises here with pink shells. Purple shells. I think actually it might be the latter. I don't think I've gone delirious just yet. Something I would say though is just be aware of how hot it is. It is insanely hot. It's like 30, I don't know, 33, 34, but the humidity has got to be somewhere near 85, 90%, which just makes it so hot and sweaty. But I've got lots of water, so I'm going to keep hydrated. And I think I've just made it down to the beach, so let's go check that out. Well, there you go, down on the beach at Bali in Kuta. So this long stretch here is the local beach, and I think you can rent these beds if you want to. There's a ton of like bars and restaurants that line the walkway here. My plan is to walk down here a little bit and just see what it looks like, but I don't want to be out in the sun for too long because it is oppressively hot. So I'd say that's something to keep in mind. But when I was at the hotel, it's kind of enclosed, and yeah, it just doesn't feel quite as hot as it does down here in the town. But it's very nice, enjoying it. It's lovely to see. So there we go then, these are the little shops or little bars and restaurants that sort of flank the side of the beach here. And just out to sea there's a lot of people doing surfing. So this must be a pretty cool place to come and catch some waves if you're into that sort of thing. So so Kuta, it seems, does have a surf scene, and I think if you're particularly coming somewhere where you want to do surfing, then this part of the island looks like it's going to be pretty good for you. There's some decent sized waves there. So it looks like, as far as the eye can see, there's as many of these little bars slash mini beachside restaurants as you could possibly imagine. And I expect that it's basically just them battling it out for business amongst themselves. So yeah, be aware of that. If you do come to Kuta, you're probably going to be attacked by the hawkers. So right down on the front now, where all the hotels that are beachside are, and I'm just going to keep walking and see what there is. But wow, it's so hot, unbelievably hot. I'd love to just walk in somewhere that's got air conditioning now and get that lovely whoom of cold air. But as it is, I would carry on walking down here and see what there is. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what I was expecting, but I can't say it's as lovely as I was as imagining that it was going to be. I did not expect there to be all of these different like sort of mini bars and mini restaurants along the way, and to be quite so much rubbish. So for me, so far, actually, Kuta isn't my kind of thing. I'm not really into those sort of really touristy strips where there are kind of flashing neon lights and shops and, you know, souvenirs and all that kind of stuff. And then along the beach here, it's just full of these sort of beachside vendors. Yeah, it's probably not for me. Right, so I've just had to put my hat on and come away from the beach to sort of try and get a bit of respite from the heat. But in general, I mean, there are parts of Kuta, including this area here, which look really, really beautiful. But there are other parts that frankly look a little bit, I don't want to say seedy because I've not seen any seedy behaviour, but it doesn't give you that sense of tropical paradise, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm a bit split on Kuta. I think personally though, my thing is a little bit more of being a culture vulture than it is coming to beachside places like this where it's absolutely rammed and super touristy. Now, somewhere I did want to come was to see the Bali bombing memorial. Obviously, a couple of decades ago now, there was a huge bomb in a tourist bar here in Bali, and just down this corner, down this road and round the corner is the monument remembering that. So I do really want to see that actually.
In the evening of the 12th of October 2002, 202 innocent people were sadly killed in a series of suicide and car bomb attacks. A violent Islamist group known as Jemaah Islamiyah were responsible for the attacks, which were named the worst act of terror in Indonesia's history.
So then here you go, this is the Bali bombing memorial. So back on the 12th of October 2002, in one of the crowded bars here in Kuta on Bali, unfortunately, I mean, it says here there's hundreds of people that lost their lives, unfortunately, from all sorts of different nationalities. So a very, very sad moment in time, that 23 years ago. But this monument here now stands in memory to them. So if you're into coming and getting your knockoff stuff, you can definitely get that here in Kuta. You don't need to look in any specific area. Just walk down the main tourist drag, and any of the roads that go off it seem to have all these little markets along it. So if that's your kind of thing, and you want to get some knockoff gear, then Kuta is a good place for that. Well, this is definitely the tourist hotspot down here. It might only be 10:10, but the bars are open. And every other shop was inviting you to come in for one reason or another, whether it's for a massage, to buy some clothes, to have a drink, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is the most touristy spot that I've seen so far. So then that was the walk around Kuta. I'm back on the main road now, heading towards the hotel again, and I can honestly say that I'll be happy to get back to the air-conditioned room because it's got hotter and hotter. It is crazy how hot it is right now, with the humidity as well. But yeah, I mean, overall, look, if you're looking to come for somewhere where you want to have a bit of a party, a bit of a good time, you don't mind the crowds, you don't mind those busy streets where there's hawkers trying to pull you into shops, and you want the cheap booze, then I think Kuta probably is for you. But perhaps 15-20 years ago I'd have said I really like it, and therefore would have said it's kind of a bit of paradise. But in my mind, as far as answering the question, overhyped versus paradise, this particular part of Bali, overhyped. I wouldn't bother if I was you. And one thing I wanted to say finally was my review of Kuta is in no way a reflection of the Indonesian people or the people in Kuta. They've been nothing but friendly. actually sometimes overly friendly, which is lovely, you know, saying welcome, having fun with me and all that kind of good stuff. So my view of Kuta is more on the fact that it is a busy, very touristy, bars, drinks, pubs kind of place, as opposed to maybe somewhere a little bit quieter, with more serene beaches. So that's the reason for my review of Kuta as it is. But the Indonesian people have been absolutely wonderful. So for that, I can definitely give Kuta a big thumbs up.